Congratulations on the victory. I see you have an arm sling going. What's going on with your arm?
Parabéns pela vitória. Ele viu que aconteceu alguma coisa no seu braço. O que aconteceu?
Muito obrigado. O médico vai dar uma avaliada melhor para ver o que aconteceu, fazer o exame aqui. Tá doendo um pouco, mas até a Casa Branca vai estar 100%.
Thank you very much. The doctor will check, but I know that until White House I will be ready.
Oh, wow, okay. We'll get to the White House in a moment, but talk about tonight's fight. A great performance by yourself. You know, a very technical fight until the finish. Is that how you thought the fight was going to play out before we got here?
Foi uma luta muito estratégica e muito paciente ali. Foi assim que você imaginou que a luta iria desenrolar?
Sim, desde o momento que eu subi no octógono, eu estava preocupado comigo mesmo. Foram dias desafiadores. Passei por muita dificuldade até chegar ali. Queria saber como que o meu corpo estava. Depois que eu percebi que o meu corpo estava bem, eu apertei e consegui nocautear.
Yeah, so this week was tough days. When I get inside the cage, I just want to know how my body was to performance. And when I saw that it was okay, I say, okay, now I'm ready.
Obviously, you hurt him before the finish and he was sort of falling all over the cage and everything. At that point, did you know the fight was basically over as long as you stayed composed? Or were you a bit concerned that he might be able to get back into it?
Quando você viu que ele sentiu os golpes ali, caiu e você ficou naquela fase final, você sabia que ele já não ia voltar? Ou você achou que tinha alguma chance dele vir tentar fazer alguma coisa?
Não, eu sabia que era o momento certo de apertar. Usei o tiro certo e depois fui lá para finalizar.
No, I knew that it was the right moment. So yeah, I did what I did, and you guys saw.
You mentioned the White House. Give us your pitch. Why should you be on the card and who should you be against?
Você falou sobre a Casa Branca. Faça o seu pitch aí. Por que você deveria lutar na Casa Branca?
13 lutas, 12 nocautes. É o que as pessoas querem ver, o que os fãs querem ver. Quer ver nocaute? Então me coloquem lá e vamos fazer a galera gritar.
So 13 fights, 12 knockouts. The fans wanna see strikers like me. So yeah, I need to be there.
You've had a few minutes now to sort of think about the fight and your performance. How did you feel it went tonight and how do you feel about your performance?
I feel great. I feel like I had just a little bit of adaptation tactically to make with the distance management because he had a good tip. And I focused too much at the beginning of the fight on catching that kick. But he was very good with it. So I did have the timing only one time. So a couple of times I was waiting too long on that, and then I was okay. Fuck that! I'm gonna be on my English boxing, little steps, and I'm gonna break the distance and bring him more. And I'm not gonna accept the kicking distance, and I'm gonna bring the heat.
Was that kind of what you expected Dan to bring tonight? Was the kicking at range?
Yeah, I was expecting it, and we had been working on it, but he was such good with it that I think Xiaoqian did the same mistake. He tried to catch it a couple of times, and one or two times he defended well, and it was a bad focus, and we had to switch during the first round, and to focus on more English boxing, little steps, breaking the distance, bringing me a little bit heat before shooting the takedowns, which worked perfectly and a lot better. And just bring him the second destroy machine to bring that on. I had to a little time off before switching my mind inside inside war territory, inside what I love to do. And when I was inside of it, I knew it was going to be my fight.
Were you a little bit surprised that you weren't able to get him with the choke in the second round?
Yeah, I mean, the problem is he's a great competitor, and he just got submitted by this choke. So I think he has been working on his defense on it, and I have been feeling it. He worked a lot on it, like just the basic defense, you know, like getting on his side and protecting his neck and trying to push my body upwards. So the choke is not very tight. It was tight. It was close, but he worked on his defense. He's a hell of a competitor in the top 5, top 10 since 10 years, over 10 years. I mean, when he was top 5 in this division, I was still fighting in Mali, in Timbuktu, you know, my first mission outside the country. So, whole different job, and I had absolutely nothing to do with MMA. I never had a pair of mitts on my hands, so a lot of experience, and he has been learning from his mistakes. So I had to bring him to the hospital with some vicious ground and pound, and this is what I did.
You surprised at anything that happened in there tonight?
I guess not surprised. Yeah, he did. We obviously the first fight, like I can get technical, I guess. Won't be facing him anytime soon, but like obviously I turned as you will see, as I was circling, went to do that, and he learned to cut off straight away. But again, everyone's just like, oh yeah, he's got to learn to cut off. I said, okay, well I'll just go the other way. You know what I mean? Or I'll do something else. So he ended up struggling a little bit going the other way. I did want to grapple more. I thought I could have, grabbed the hold of him. He felt pretty strong. I'm like, oh, okay, won't bother. Jumped the gilly for a bit of a laugh. Didn't work, but yeah, it was all good though. Yeah, like he's tough, man. He's tough, strong. If anything surprised me, it's probably strength. He seemed stronger this camp.
So I was going to ask you about that because it seemed like some of those shots you got in, we got him really deep, and he was able to sort of shrug you off much easier than I thought. Not easier, but much better than I thought he was going to be able to. Was that the entire game plan? Was to grapple and take him down and maybe land some ground and pound, or was it just you were going to find it out in the moment?
I mean, we were going to find it out. Obviously, we wanted to take it down, and the idea was to the main focus take minimal damage. You know what I mean? 37-year-old man. I don't need to be taking damage. The first fight we had, I was in a lot of pain. I wanted to have a quick turnaround. I couldn't because there's a lot of things, that I had to recover from in that fight. Yeah. So it's all good. It was mate, just to go out there and do what I did. Was again at this age, 37 years old, just to win, right? Is an awesome feeling. Then to do it here in Sydney. Not only that, to defend your belt at 37 here in Sydney in front of your family and friends, it's incredible.
I mean, we were obviously, I think everyone was waiting for the walkout, right, to see what the vibe was going to be like. It lived up to it. So
it did, right? Like it felt good. I just don't know idea.
Pretty good.
Okay.
When you walked out, and you're taking in that moment, because I saw you were smiling, you were looking around, you seemed to really want to take in that moment.
Of course.
Is it easy for you, obviously, as the guy that you are, to switch into fight mode right away? Or did you have to sort of say to yourself, like, okay, let's not get carried away here. There's still a job to do?
No, I don't need to do that now. Like I used to always not let myself do that. I've got to, stay composed and all this. Don't want to get too much. Then I started getting to a point where I'll do that. I'll be like, oh, I can't do this. And then I'll be too chill in there. I'll be in there like, wait, am I fighting? Like it was like literally like that. So now I'm like, bring it on. Give me the energy as much as you want. Fire me up. I need it. So it's all good. I can really... soak it all in, and I was able to do that. It was cool. Yeah, so it was a few different times I got to work the crowd, and we bounced off each other pretty good, so it was cool.
Yeah, you've already made your claim to who you want next, either Lerone or Mozart, whoever wins that fight. Should be coming
I'm an easy champ to understand, man. Like if you deserve it, you're next.
You mentioned that last time you wanted a quick turnaround, but you were a little bit sore. Yeah. How are we feeling today? And do we think maybe you can convince those guys to turn around quickly and get in there?
I mean, I took way less damage in this one. Obviously, he still had some of his moments. There are a couple of things that are even in camp that we're going to look at anyway. So you take care of those things, and but it should be fine.